Hello everyone, my name is Newt. Welcome back to the Custard experience and welcome back to Builderment. Last episode we created many copper extractors and copper ingots to send into our electromagnet area over here to be able to create ultimately the rotors and the electric motor. And the reason why we needed electromagnets for these is because we needed batteries. So that was quite a challenge. We're not making these particularly fast because the ratios are all wrong. One thing that also happened was we unlocked Nano Wire. So that's gonna be a thing. Since last episode though, I did a couple of small changes. This area over here I rejiggered a couple of the belts to make it look slightly prettier, and I added this gold vault over here for this set of belts over here to just give me some extra money. Not that I particularly need it, but sure, whatever. Each of these three belts that are coming into this area, they each carry 180 iron ingots per minute. I also reshuffled some of these belts. These now consolidate here at the furnaces rather than in this section over here. That minimizes the amount of belts that are around, and they then just split up into two going down to the workshops over here. So these each carry 180 as well, and these need 90 copper ingots, creating 180 between these three workshops. 180 copper wires split into two again. Machine shops each take 90 copper wires and create 15 electromagnets each. So I've got these 8 machine shops over here that create 15 electromagnets each. 15 times 8 is 120. And as it turns out, 120 divided by 3 is exactly 40, which is exactly what these machine shops need to make batteries. So, this episode, I would like to reshuffle these machine shops and these belts a little bit to be able to do 3 batteries at a time. 3 machine shops that each do batteries. I also want to fix a couple of things with the iron ingots coming in from this area over here, as well as the iron gears, and to be able to get us to the point where we can create the glass, carbon fiber and nanofiber, I'm going to need a lot of graphite. So I need to improve the graphite manufacturing speed in this area, which will require many more belts of coal from this area, and possibly even from that area or that area, and also more wood from this forest over here. So first things first though, let me fix the iron ore being pushed into these steel forges. They want 67 iron ore per minute. I'm currently only sending 3 belts worth of iron ore in, which is only 45 per minute. So let me fix that. Make it go in there. Okay, so this bottom conveyor belt is only sending 3. It's only sending 45. Fine, that's not great, but these two are only feeding the steel rods for the concrete, which I'm not too fussed about right now. That means I've now used up all of these extractors and nothing more can be used there until I upgrade them. Then what I wanted to do is I wanted to fix this section over here. There's just this workshop that's doing nothing there, and yeah, so I wanted to fix that. The first thing to do to fix that though is I want to do just move that one down and move it one down again, so that I can do that and that and that. And that need that, and that need that, need that, and there we go. Okay, so each of these are outputting 60 iron ingots per minute. I am getting 180 in on this belt, split into 3. There's 60 going down, they're being split into 2 again, or sorry, into 3. So each of these 3 are now getting 80 into this, and that's exactly perfect. I've got these ratios sorted out wonderfully. Then this will now just work very nicely. Okay, then I noticed while editing the previous video, I noticed that we are running not low, we're running high on batteries, because this industrial factory is not using batteries as fast as it is being produced. I am going to stick a storage over here for the batteries so that they just get buffered there for now until such a time that I can speed up this factory's throughput. Then this area, so I'll do this off camera, but ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up just deleting that and turning this area into a 3 battery machine shop area, using all of these belts coming out of here. Alright, so what that will look like is just that. All of these can be fed onto a single belt. A single belt can take 210 per minute. These are outputting 120, that's fine. I need to split it up into 3, and then I need to split this the graphite up into 3, and let me do that off camera. One moment please. Alright, there we go. 120 electromagnets going into this belt, being split up into 3, 40, 40, 40. Each of these end up making batteries at 5 per minute, which is why I'm only sending a single battery into this factory over here, because it wants 4.5 per minute. The other battery I'm just selling, and this one I'm just selling as well. However, slight problem though is that the graphite that I'm doing, I'm not going at full speed. These are providing at roughly 20, not 22, 20 per minute, because I'm only sending in 60 logs and coal per minute, so it's roughly about 20, and I'm consolidating 4 of them into this. I'm sending in 80, and each of these 140, so I'm going to actually just remove that and remove the graphite split there and just sell these additional electromagnets. That just makes more sense, otherwise I'm going to end up just going slow anyway. So once I can improve the production speed of the graphite on this belt to 120, I'll put the machine shop back. Right, so now we're on to the part of the episode where I'm going to try to do something rather big. I am wanting to, even though I refactored this whole section last episode, I'm not going to mess it up right now, but I am going to start making space for a better graphite production area. Graphite and steel, really. I am going to feed in additional logs from this forest over here, and additional coal from from these 3, maybe just 2, I don't know. And I want to end up with a series of graphite production forges in this area over here, avoiding this water. This water is just irritating me being there. So something like just there, like that, That's 9, that's 12. Something like this, where I have additional coal coming in, just pushing up into these, and the additional logs coming in. That will produce graphite, and each of these can produce at 20 odd. So between the 12 of them, well, I guess 10, they will produce 200 graphite per minute onto a single belt. And then I can take that belt and I can split it up into smaller pieces, or take 2 of them, or whatever the case is, to then feed into, say, this workshop that can take steel. Well, I can take one of these graphite forges. Its output I can split into 2 to feed a forge that creates steel, and then the steel I can push into this workshop that will then create the steel rods. But as you can see, it needs iron ore at 60 odd, and I've got iron ore over there, so I can pull in iron ore from this side up, or I can grab some additional iron ore from this one, maybe, and just bring it down, like maybe behind the stone, and bring it in here from the side into the steel forges. So that's what I'm going to do now. It's going to be a lot of running of belts from all over the place, so many moments please. Alright, there we go. I have, in the few moments since you last saw me, expanded this forest, making use of all the extractors here, except for these 3 belts over here. Each of the belts that are coming out of here, they each carry 180 logs per minute, and then I end up splitting them into 3 each. That's the original one that's still going, and each of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 8 belts end up over there. Then I also have a rather pretty coal extracting plant over here. 39 extractors. I'm using all of them except for these 3 at the end. Each of these end up pushing 60 coal into the section where I want it to be, and then I also did some iron ore where I'm using all of them once again. I'm combining 4 into 1, and then 3 of 4 into 1. Each of these belts end up carrying 180 iron ore into the section over here. So instead of, well, not instead of, in addition to these graphites, I'll be able to hook these up at least with the coal and with the wood. There's 8 wood there, and as it turns out, 8 coal in there, so I can hook all of these up. Then the iron ore will be used to come in up over on the right hand side here into the other section where for some of the graphites that I split into 2, similar to this one, where a single graphite produces 22 or 20-ish per minute. I split it into 2 and I send it into a steel forge, which will then produce steel for me. And I ultimately want to end up sending steel into this workshop over there to produce steel rods. Before I hook these up though, I'm going to do just a single one over here with one of these, because I just temporarily want to increase the speed of the iron rods, so that I can move the electric motors along. I'm going to take this and do that, and I will take this guy and push him into there. That will give me graphite, sure. And then this one is a steel one. I will copy that And I say there, sure, just two of them next to each other. This one, I can do that, and I have to split it up. I do it like that because then I can bring in iron ore, and then I split this belt up into two. No, not that. I'll split this belt up into two over there, and ta-da! That means the steel forge is getting iron ore at 60 per minute. It's getting graphite at 11 per minute. And it is producing steel for me, and then I can just inject them both in there. So that is essentially going to double my steel feed into this thing, which is still going to be 10-ish. It's going to be 40-ish, which is about 2/3 of what it can do, which means I'm getting 2/3 of what it can output, which is, say, 14, sure. Getting 14 in here at a time, which is 2/3 of that, which means I'm getting 14 rotors out per minute, which is more than 9, which is exactly what I wanted. So that means I've just made this be full speed, 4.5 per minute on the electrical motors. Alright, now we are finally ready to get the glass and the carbon fiber and the nano wire going. Glass needs sand. We are close to sand. Carbon fiber needs graphite. I just ran a bunch of belts for that, so that's going to work. And then nano wire just needs glass and carbon fiber. So that means I need some sand out of these. Let's have a look first. Nano wire is in a machine shop, workshop, furnace. So glass comes in is in a furnace. How fast does that want me to go? Sand 40. What's up here? Sand 80 per minute. If I upgrade that, that's 80 per minute. Okay, so sure. 4 extractors feeding 5 extractors. 5 extractors will give me 75 per minute, which means I'll be doing doing sand at 75 per minute, which means I'm slightly short of 80 input here, which means I'm probably going to do glass at 19. And then I need a workshop. The workshop for the carbon fiber, it wants graphite at it wants graphite at 60 per minute. So each of these can produce graphite at 22. So 3 of these into a single workshop will give me 15 carbon fiber out. So if I do that, I really need a third one, don't I? A 9th one. Let's just do the two sets for now. So 5 extractors for 1 furnace, 3 graphite producers per 1 carbon fiber workshop, and then what is the other one? I think it is machine shop. Machine shop will make me nano wire at a speed of 20 carbon fiber per minute and 40 glass per minute. All right, here we go. We are making many graphites. I moved all these extra 7 wood logs into these left-hand 7 forges. The additional 7 coal belts I pulled into those as well. These first 3 are consolidating to make 20-ish graphite each, so I'm getting 60-ish graphite into this workshop, which is making carbon fiber at around about 15. This wants carbon fiber at 20, but I don't have enough right now, so it's getting at 15. So it's my and glass. So each of these taking 5 stone at 75-ish each in. So the output thing 75 or so, well 75 exactly. Sand in and maybe about 19 glass each. So there's 80 glass going down this this belt, and then this one just splits it up 40 or so glass into each of these 2 machine shops making nano wire, and I'm just pushing that straight into the research lab. I haven't done anything with the iron ore yet because these 2, well, this one Graphite Forge over there, what I can do with this one now is I can copy that one out, put a splitter in. Okay, let me hook this up quickly. I'll split these out and get 60 each. All going into these so that I can get steel out of there. One moment, please. All right, here we go. We have a few additional steel forges going. I went and hooked up the last 3 unused extractors in here. I figured 45 wood for each of these, or 45 wood on this pipe into this instead of 460 is better than nothing. I also went to go and fetch a single coal extractor. Let me actually just upgrade that. A single coal extractor to add another coal belt in here and hook that up to the 8th Graphite Forge over here, and it is also feeding these over here. So these 2 will be slightly slower than these 2, but that's fine. But ultimately I'm just pushing these into this belt over here that's feeding this workshop, which is now making steel rods at probably close to full speed, and that is feeding, oh, very definitely full speed. So this thing should be running at full speed. Beautiful. Okay, now I have the challenge of trying to figure out what the actual speed is here so that I can possibly split this up into multiple belts so that I can maybe have another one of these. However, before we do that, things unlocked. I've got some decorations. I've got the tier 4 extractor. That's going to improve a lot of things. I've also got the underground belt distance upgrade, which is useful but not as good. And then the tier 4 storage. Okay, oh, and this is about to unlock because I've been making nanowire. Oh, that's beautiful. I'll just wait for that to finish. Okay, so this upgraded. I can make a condenser lens with glass. I've got plenty of glass. Now, oh, that's a big one. A manufacturer is going to take 4 inputs. Luckily though, nanowire I'm making, even though I'm sending it into the research lab at the moment. But I can, I do have nanowire available. Electromagnets I'm making, and I'm actually selling some of them so I can grab some there. condenser lens I can now make with glass. There's plenty of stone around to make glass. And metal frames. I'm also making metal frames. Here somewhere, isn't it? Yep, these are metal frames. So everything in this base area I am making that I can use to make the next research. And then, oh, wolframite. All right, so it wants me to start extracting that. Oh, it's easy enough to do. Once I do that, I'll unlock tungsten and tungsten carbide. All right. Okay, well, that was much excitement. Let me have a look and see what the manufacturer looks like. Wow. Four inputs. It wants nano wire 5 per minute. That's easy enough. Metal frames also. Yeah, this is. I don't think this is too big a deal to try to do. Sure, but not right now. Oh, look at that. I had a bit of a bad splitter over there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to take you away. So I move these iron ores like this in case I need them somewhere. If I need them down here or something, I can just delete those bolts. So that's, I'm going to just take, this is, what is this? Is this carbon fiber? No, this is graphite. Okay, you know, I'm going to slowly make carbon fiber over here. And then just send it straight into into the research lab. That should, where did I see that as a need? Don't know. There we go. I'll slowly unlock the forge upgrade. And what's that? Turbocharger, can't make that yet. Don't care about that. Ah, that's right. Coal, I completely forgot about the coal power plant. So the coal power plant is like an area of effect building that if you feed it coal, just coal all the time, and it has like a, I think a 12 by 12 or so square, that if you have other buildings inside that area of effect, they have like a 20% performance boost just on the output, I think. No, so you still need to feed in things faster then, you know, which makes for weirdness. Anyway, I am going to leave the episode there. Next episode I will have a look. We might as well just unlock the festive decorations and the coal power. It should be easy enough to do. There's lots of coal around. I'll have to have a look and see what the impact of the tier 4 extractors would be, because I should be able to improve the speed of these purely by increasing the well, by upgrading these for 200,000 coins. How many? 40 of them. That probably go up to, oh wow, 300%. So that will probably go to 22.5 then. That's significantly more than the well, that means that means I don't need 4 anymore. I don't need 5. No. See, that's the impact. Anyway, I will see next episode, see what the impact is. I will keep on unlocking that. I don't do couplers yet. I need to have a look and see if I can get rotors into the... Well, I am getting rotors slowly into the research lab. I think this guy is going to be too fast. I might have to put a splitter in somewhere. Anyway, and iron gears will keep on going. That's ticking up slowly. That's the rotor. Can't do tungsten yet. Carbon fiber, I'm slowly getting there. And I can get wolfram white in as well and start unlocking these things: turbocharger, uranium processing, nuclear power, etc., etc. So that's what's coming up next episode. For now though, thank you very much for your attention today. My name is Newt. You've been watching the Custard Experience, and I will see you next time. See ya.